little bit because this is a fragrance that has recently come out. This is a fragrance I cannot be bothered with you not knowing about it. Right? You need to know about this fragrance. You must. I've been wearing this for the past week, and I'm just like, look, this is a hidden gem, kind of by default because it is very recent, but this whole house is a hidden gem. But this is their best release. This is the greatest release that they've done. I'm so excited and enthralled and proud. I'm proud of this gentleman because he has been doing these fragrances, creating these fragrances, and with his last 3 releases, he's really hit the nail on the head. But this is his coup de grace. This is his masterpiece. This is the one where I'm like, fucking hell. EJ, you've smashed it out of the park. This is the biggest hidden gem in the fragrance community right now, and I hope that it goes wild. I hope that everybody talks about this fragrance. I hope that it becomes his hero fragrance because I'm in love with it. It's from the House of Happyland. It is Amberland. I'm trying to swear less on my videos these days, but fucking hell. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely. I mean, the thing that I love about this fragrance personally is I've been following the journey of this gentleman and following the journey of his fragrances, and it's kind of like been building and building and building and building, and then bam, we're at the peak. We're at the summit. Maybe there are more peaks to go. I don't want to jinx his journey, but for me personally, this is the greatest fragrance release that Happyland has ever done. It's similar, sort of akin to Ombre Nuit by Christian Dior, but like better. And I'll tell you why. Ombre Nuit is a little bit dirty. It's a little bit messy, and especially in that opening, it's a bit dirty and it's a bit loose. This one is compositionally a lot more sound, and there's just a real focus on his strengths. And EJ has got strengths as a perfumier, and one of his big strengths as a perfumier is that he can make fragrances that should be quite heady, quite light. So, say for example with Pure Cafe, you've got leather and you've got coffee, 2 notes that are very, very intense and very deep and very dark. But he manages to make them light and kind of fluffy and quite aerated, and there's oxygen to breathe, even though you're in the middle and the depths of these very, very darker and heavier aroma chemicals. This is taking the best parts of amber, the best accords of amber. Of course, amber isn't really a thing, it's more just an accord, and he's using that technique that he's sort of created for himself over the past few months of making things light. And so what you get is one of the most beautifully easy to wear ambers I've ever smelt, and it's quite an achievement and technical brilliance, and I've loved wearing it. I've smelt myself thinking, bloody hell, this is lovely. I've had some nice comments, not too many comments because obviously freaking isolated. Good luck doing most complimented videos in this situation on the planet at the moment where you can't fucking go out anywhere. But I have personally really enjoyed it, and it's the absolute apex of what he's been trying to do, and well done, mate. I'm so proud, and I'm happy to give this the exposure that it rightfully deserves, and I'll be doing a review of this soon. But right now, this is the fragrance that people should absolutely look out for. It's phenomenal, and Happyland in general seems to be growing and growing, and his skill set is flourishing, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Number 5, Happyland Studios Barbershop. I gave away my entire collection of barbershop fragrances. Why? Because they really weren't that suitable for the summer, but this one is. This has the note of bitter orange, which will invigorate you, which will, if you're kind of down and I'm like, I have to get my fat butt in the gym because I want to lose this little double chin here, this will do it. This will get my butt into high gear, get me to the gym. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is Happyland Studios Barbershop.
We're going to stick with the Happyland theme, folks. Mr. EJ Wells just released 2 bangers of a fragrance, Homeland and Amberland. Amberland is a very, very, very good, creamy amber sandalwood vanilla scent, unisex fragrance. Both men and women can wear this one. It's got bergamot, orange, labdanum, patchouli, sandalwood, amber, and vanilla. The labdanum note does mimic ambergris. It is a fixate note, which kind of helps the other notes stay true to their form. It's perfect in this fragrance. It is a very, very smooth and creamy, deep, warm amber, patchouli, and vanilla scent. Just very clean, very rich, very warm, and very smooth. This one is not a very bright fragrance. This is creamy, warm, smooth, and just beautiful. It's not a gourmand fragrance. This is a very well-made amber fragrance, amber and vanilla. So if you're into amber and vanilla and creamy fragrances and warm fragrances, this one you need to check out. This is another home run release from Happyland Studios. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Like I said earlier in the video, this is a unisex fragrance. I can definitely see a woman rocking this one as well as a man rocking this one. I would definitely wear this, and my wife would definitely wear this. She loves it. She says it's probably her favorite one that she's tried out of the whole line, other than Signature. But to me, another home run, knocked it out the park, EJ. Masterful creation, just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. That's Amberland from Happyland Studios.
The next one we are going over is Happyland 7. This one, it's not really darker. I know the bottle kind of gives that kind of, I guess, perception that it's a really dark fragrance. I mean, it's masculine, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's like, I guess I would say with the bottle being black, it's like this rebel, like this, you know how Dark Rebel's black? I kind of look at it like that, like it's this, just this rebel fragrance, this very masculine, this bad boy that like, he never takes anything from anybody. He doesn't say please. He never says thank you. He walks in the room, everybody notices him. That's this fragrance right here. This fragrance, I love wearing something unique. I'm honest to God, I love going into a room or wearing stuff down here where I live, and it's something that nobody has. You can't purchase this unless you go to a website somewhere. You can't go pick it up from Macy's. You can't get it from Dillard's. This right here is a bad boy fragrance. This one's bad, boy. Hey, y'all need to be careful. If you are married, be careful. If you're not, be really careful. Because this one right here, yeah, you're going to have some women chasing you down on this one and ask you, what is that? Oh my God, you smell so good. I'm telling you right now, y'all need to be careful. So some of the notes in this one, which I'm always a fan of citrus. So when you get a fragrance that's a bad boy fragrance and then citrus is in a top note, I mean, I'm going to buy it anyways. But this one, you're getting citrus, you're getting some mandarin, you're getting some neroli. If you're not a fan of neroli, you might not dig this one. I like neroli. That's just me. You get some jasmine. The jasmine's not extremely strong in it, but I think it's beautiful because it definitely plays a role in it. And it, as I say this in a lot of the fragrances that I review, a lot of times these really beautiful accords that are unique, they complement each other, in my opinion. I mean, the people that make these fragrances, these perfumers, E.J. Wells and all these other guys who are producing these smaller batch fragrances, they put a lot of time and quality in this. It's not all about the money, right? It's about the love for fragrances and that they want to put all this care in making it. So definitely the jasmine plays a role in this, but it's not like predominant. It doesn't take away from the citrus. It doesn't take away from the neroli. I think they all like, it's like a whole bunch of little siblings living in the same house, One's not better than the other, but they all make the house, right? I mean, if you take one out, the house isn't complete. So that's how I think about this, but you also get some rose. I think the rose is beautiful in this one if you're a fan of rose. A masculine fragrance that has rose in it, this one might be the one to check out. You might like this one. I like it. You also get some pink pepper, some amber, some musk, and some benzoin. The amber is all right. I mean, I get a hint, like, there it is. When you take a deep breath, take a deep whiff. There you go. Yeah. The amber's there. I love amber, by the way. I love amber fragrances. Definitely a cooler fragrance for the winter time, for the fall. But surprisingly, I think you can pull this one off year round. I think it's extremely versatile. I think this, man, you can dress this thing up, you can dress it down, you can wear it to work, you can wear it out. If you just be careful. With this one, a little goes a long way. I think 2 or 3 sprays are going to have you good for the day. Another one, easy full day of longevity, no questions asked, 8 to 10 hours plus. I guarantee you probably still be in your clothing. Maybe the next morning, if it gets on your clothing. I don't usually wear stuff on my clothing. I usually wear it around my neck and then my wrist. So, but that's just me. Definitely, again, all day longevity, no questions asked. You don't need to go back and hit you up again. You don't need to do that. 2 to 3 for the projection, and that's what I've worn it. I think if you have better skin than me, if your skin isn't as dry, I think you can probably pull off a little more than 2 or 3. But I get 2 to 3, and it's just a solid overall fragrance. Beautiful. EJ Wells, if you're watching this, beautiful fragrance so far. These two, amazing, hands down. That's why you're getting obviously noticed for these fragrances, and you deserve every bit of it.
Today I'm going into the house of Happyland Studio. Fragrance, Paisley Sky. Here's the bottle. It's a 30 ml version. This one's going for $42 on the website. The notes in this are oud, ylang ylang, nutmeg, lavender, patchouli, myrrh, and musk. Now, what do you get? You get a sweetness from what I always get from ylang ylang, as being the sweet floral. Kind of almost, it's funny because if there's a fragrance that starts out with bergamot and they add that, it almost feels like it extends that citrus note or that freshness of bergamot. So it's like a floral with a nice freshness. Then you get the nutmeg, which gives it some spice. You get a little incense vibe for the myrrh, and a nice musky dried down. This is a date fragrance, plain and simple. Sexy date fragrance. So, pros. If you're looking for a date fragrance and you want to smell good on your date, you got yourself a fragrance. That's your first pro. Second pro, as always with Happyland fragrances, his projection, his performance, without question, outstanding. Pro number 3, price-wise, you're in a good price range. $42 for 30 ml, $59 for 50 ml. A sprayer that shoots like 5 feet. You know, say what you will, you get what you get, and you're getting a good product and a really nice smelling product. What do you want to do at the end of the day? Again, this waft is great. What do you want to do at the end of the day? You want to smell good. That's what it comes down to. You know, I don't know what gets into people's heads when they review fragrances or talk about fragrances, but I have never, and you see I'm smiling, Happyland fragrances are happy fragrances. They make me happy. I don't know why. They're very uplifting whenever I put any one of them on. As far as